Shalom, call hello, Yahweh by Shem Awashai, by Shem Bakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, and to the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. And today's lesson is going to be based upon some words, and these are words that describe Israel, always has. And the Christians try and make themselves a part of the covenants and try to make themselves a part of the blessings. No, the only thing that they're going to be a part of are the judgments. All right, and that's just what it is. And there's really nothing that they can do about it. So without any further ado, I'm gonna the four words are plant, branch, root, and vine. All right, you know, because of I was listening to what the inspiration for this was a video that the elder apostle Ramlab was doing, and he spoke about the olive branch and how Esau or none of the heathens were ever referred to as such, only Israel. So that's what gave me the idea, you know, to do this video. But those four words again are plant, branch, root, and vine, which will probably be the name of this video. But let's go ahead and go into the scriptures and let it play itself out. So hold on, let me make this brighter. All right, so the first scripture is going to be in the book of Exodus 15 and 17. So let's go to Exodus 15 and 17. And it reads, "Thou shalt bring them," the them is Israel. "Thou shalt bring them in and plant them," the them is Israel, "in the mountain of thine inheritance." And remember, mountains and hills are representations of governments. And that's that governing body? That's the cosmos, that orderly arrangement that John 3:16 is talking about. That word world is cosmos, all right? And it says, "And shall plant them in thine inheritance in the place, O Yahweh, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Yahweh, which thy hands have established." All right. So that has nothing to do with the other nations, the other people, man. As much as they like to make that claim. So let's go to the next scripture. The next scripture is going to be in the book of Samuel, 2 Samuel 7 and verse 10. And it reads, "Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them," see, the them is Israel, and they may dwell, the they is Israel, may dwell in a place of their own. All these are personal pronouns identifying the Israelites. "And move no more, neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more as before." Who are the children of wickedness? That's the Edomites. Job 9 and 24 says, "The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They covered the faces of the judges thereof." All right? And Yahushua is coming to take the world away from the wicked. All right? That's 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, around the 6th or 7th verse. Next scripture is going to be in Isaiah, book of Isaiah 5 and verse 7. And it reads, "For the vineyard of Yahweh of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. He looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry." All right? So once again, that house of righteousness, that pleasant plant, is the house of Israel. All right? That's what it is. Okay? Next word is going to be branch. So let's get some scriptures. All right? So let's go to 2 Kings 19 and 30. All right. And it reads, that's not right. Let me see if it's 1 Kings. So that's not the scripture I was looking for. Salakia. So let's try this again. Nope. Clearly I wrote that down wrong. So Salakia. Then you know I'm going to just go to the next one. I'm going to go to Isaiah 11 and 10. And it reads, well, this is root. It's the last word, but we're going to read it anyway. It says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And see, those Gentiles are referring to the scattered elect, the Israelite foreigners who are coming back, because they were scattered where? To the four corners of the earth among all people. So at the end, the Lord is going to gather that remnant, that remnant of his people. Where these other people trying to fit in at, it just doesn't add up, doesn't make sense. This is Isaiah 37 now. And 31. Okay? And it reads, and the remnant that is escaped of the house of Judah shall again take root downward and bear fruit upward. All right? So that means that the house of Judah is going to once again increase. All right? They're going to, and not all of Judah, the remnant, because the remnant of Judah is the remnant that's going to be the saving grace for all Israel. That's how all Israel is going to be saved. All right? Because I had some clown say some stupid comment about stop saying 2/3 of Israel is going to die, all Israel is going to be saved. Well, clearly you haven't read Zechariah the 13th chapter around the 7th through the 9th verse. Okay, 2/3 are going to get cut off and die. Their saving grace is the fact that they're going to be brought back and be made perfect through the remnant that make the first trip. All right, there's a remnant of Israel which is not going to ever see death, man. When the end comes, when the transition comes. All right, they're gonna be changed in an instant into those new celestial bodies. All right, because you have to have a celestial body to go up on a chariot. This human flesh, we couldn't survive it. The Lord's gonna change us, man. But next word is root, even though we kind of touched on it. Branch and root kind of mingled together there. But now we're going to root. So the next set of scriptures is, oh, that's why. I just skipped over a whole bunch of scriptures. Let me go back up. Let's go back up to branch again. Hold on. I got ahead of myself. This is Psalms 80 and 15. All right, let's see. And it says, oh yeah, and the vineyard which is thy right hand have planted, and the branch thou hast made it strong for thyself. Well, Israel was made strong, man. We're the branch that was planted, man. All right, that vineyard. That's not talking about the other nations, man. Point blank, period. No matter how much you people would like to try and make it so. All right, let's go to Isaiah 4 and 2, and it reads, in that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. Why? Because look, you read number 1, Isaiah 4 and 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away thy reproach. So those 7 women are going to actually help what's going to happen here in verse number 2. All right, they're going to bring forth all those children, man, because that's what, and 7 is a number of completion, man, for each Israelite man. All right, and I can almost promise you that every Israelite man is probably more than likely going to have way more than 7 wives. All right, it may not start off that way in the beginning, but it definitely will by the time has passed. All right, let's read verse 2 again. This is what's going to come of all those wives. The rest of Israel, we're talking about the biggest race of people on the face of the earth. All right, when you count the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and you count in the Israelite foreigners that are mixed among the heathen nations, they're uncountable. All right, so that's a lot of sex. That's a lot of babies, man. That's a lot of seed. A lot of wombs have to be filled, man. All right, so verse number 2. In that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. Point blank period, man. They ain't got nothing to do. Who's escaping this? The Israelites, man. All right, let's go to Isaiah. A lot of scriptures in Isaiah 11 and 1. We went 11 and 10, I believe, but it's 11 and 1 now. Usually read those in the other direction, but here it says, and Isaiah 11 and 1, and there shall come forth a rod of the stem of Jesse, a branch shall grow out of his roots. All right, that branch was Yahweh Shai, man. They grew out of the roots of Jesse. Okay, Salakia, David. And David brought forth who? Solomon. And Solomon is Yahweh Shai. That's what I actually meant to say. All right? If you understand the scriptures, you would know that. And Matthew 1 and 1 is the proof of that, the evidence of that, and other scriptures. But this is Isaiah 60 and 21. And it reads, thy people also shall be glorious. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, that's both words. The work of my hands, that I am glorified. So Israel but it's all about Israel. And being all about Israel is by default is the elevation of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, of the Lord. Because that's the way the Lord set that up. For them to be his people, that they may praise him and rule over the earth which he made for them forever. All right? Point blank period. That's why it's because I heard Vocab Malone say something about, oh, well, you keep saying it's all about Israel. It's all about the Lord. What about the Lord? It's like, man, come on, man. Why are you straining the net? Okay? Israel being lifted up is the celebration of the Lord. That's his purpose. That's what he came here for. To take over this world and set up his people. All right? And not all people, as you try to lie and make it, man. Okay? So now we're going to go to the last word, which is vine. Okay? So we're in Psalms again. Let's go to Psalms 80 and 15. And it reads, and the vineyard which thine right hand hath planted. Oh, Salaki, I read that one. I read that one already. So let's just, oh, you know what? I didn't read verse 14. It's Psalms 80 and 14. It says, return, we beseech thee, O power of hosts. Look down from heaven and behold and visit this vine. What vine? The vine which that came from that branch, which came from that root, which was the root of Judah and Israel, man. Man, the way these scriptures connect is, man, the Most High is so cold, man. All right? But as for you heathens, what comes of thee? Let's go to Isaiah, the 40th chapter. We're going to start at verse 15 and read to 24. And it reads, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. So basically, for those of you who lack understanding, I was just in a grocery store picking up some food. The lady in front of me ordered some ham. Of course she did. All right. And what the lady did was she cut the meat and she put it on the scale, on that balance to weigh it. So what that scripture means is that any little dust that's on there that they would just blow off, that's how insignificant all you billions of people are to the Lord. You mean nothing. All right? Point blank period, man. Let's keep reading. It says, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast, therefore sufficient for a burnt offering. All the nations before him are nothing. They are counted to him less than nothing. Vanity, less than nothing. As my brothers in the islands would say, you're less than nothing, man. Verse 18, to whom then will ye liken power? Or what likeness will ye compare unto him? The workman melted a graven image, and a goldsmith spread it over the gold and casted silver chains. He that is so impoverished that he have no oblation chooseth a tree that would not rot. He seeketh unto him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that shall not be moved. See, you create these images, man. You know, these false images that look like Edomite men and women. And you see the Lord just zapped the head off Mary off one of them Catholic churches, and then destroyed that false image of Mary. Hey, the Lord ain't with that, man. Okay? And he did that for the whole world to see, destroying those Catholic lies. There ain't no queen of heaven, man. And there's only one mediator between man and the Most High, and that's Yahweh. Okay? Verse 21. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Have it not been told you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he that sitteth on the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in, man. So the Lord created and even Esau said it's impossible to measure the heavens, because it appears that it keeps growing. That's because the Lord stretches it out like a curtain, man. All right, and you people down here like grasshoppers to him. All right, that bring of princes to nothing. He make of judges of the earth as vanity. He see also all you people, you fake royals and all this stuff for these other nations, you're gonna be brought to nothing, man. Verse 24. Yeah, they shall not be planted. See, they're not gonna be planted. Yeah, they shall not be sown. Yeah, their stock shall not take root in the earth. So, hey, it's over for you other people, man. And he shall also blow upon them, and they shall be wither, and the whirlwind shall take them away as stubble, man. So it's over for you other nations, man. You're gonna learn the Lord. You're gonna learn him and get to know him like we know him. Let me grab a quick one last scripture. One last scripture and shut this thing down. This is sure before I call it. Yeah, this is Sirach 36 and 5, and it reads, and let them know thee as we have known thee. There is no power but only thou, O power. So hey, they're gonna learn Yahweh Shai like we know him, man. That rage and vengeance that he has, that judgment that he's going to bring to all the nations, to the world. So with that, I give all praises, going honor to Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash, Wa Abba Baba, and Shalom.